Hey y'all, I'm gonna say happy Friday, even though this is gonna go out Saturday or Sunday. Welcome to another What Else Is Going On, aka We Go podcast episode. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Today, I'm excited because I have someone on. She's been on the podcast before, but she is a delight. She's funny, she's smart. We are courtroom sisters. We're just missing our third. We be in those courtroom streets. That's how we met. We met at Wendy and Eddie's second hearing, and we have been bonded ever since. Y'all, please welcome my girl. Some of y'all probably know who she is already. If not, you're about to find out. Chantal from Purple Panda Pants. Hey, boo.
Hi, girl. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I'm so
overdue.
Excited to chat.
So am I. I told her that when I clicked the Zoom, we have to remember to enjoy the things in life that we can. And sometimes you look for joys like in big things. But I told her when I clicked on the Zoom and saw her smiling face, it really did just make me happy, and I smiled. She was just smiling, and it was like, you know what? Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Because I know we're going to have a fun time. So
yes.
Looking forward to it.
Y'all, I promise Chantal, I wouldn't have her. I wouldn't be, in the words of a Black church pastor, I wouldn't be here before her long. I'm going to keep my word. But y'all know my motto. If they keep talking, I'm going to keep talking. Okay, I'm not going to cut them off. Because that would be rude. Okay, no. First, I want to start out. It's Friday. How are you? How are you just feeling about life in general? Have you had any wins that you want to share? Something that you've been praying for, manifesting, and in the words of Sheena Shea, it's all happening.
Yes.
To encourage somebody else listening.
It is all happening for me. There's something in the air. My wife was like, I feel it. There's just this energy. I'm just building this company. I have an LLC now. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm working on doing some trademarks. And just my content, people are seeming to enjoy my commentary. And so I'm just having like so much fun. I've only been doing this since November of last year, right after BravoCon.
Mm-hmm.
So I still feel like I'm new-ish,
Yeah.
to this world. But so just all of that is good. On my day job front, we did like a hackathon using AI, and my team came in the top 5.
Oh, congratulations.
So totally separate, not Bravo related, but that was pretty cool. We used AI to build this really cool tool. So yeah, I've had a really good week. Really good.
That is really good. I'm glad to hear that.
Less than highly favored.
Say it again. Say it again.
Less than highly favored, honey.
That's
every day, all day.
We have to remember that. And that others good news, because we'll try to disconnect my mic, because sometimes you may feel like it's not happening for you. Sometimes you get discouraged. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's nice hearing, okay, wait, God, for me, it's God. For you, it's God. And those of you watching or listening, whoever you believe in, it's nice to know that He's in the neighborhood, or whoever you believe in, whether it be the universe, whatever, is in the neighborhood. And if they're blessing folks, that means I'm going to be next.
Yes, I'm in line. Sign me up.
Yes, that is so good. Well, I am so happy.
Just dream big. That's all I can say. And, last week was not the best week. Remember, I had that really negative comment.
Yes.
Where someone asked if I, called me the R word, basically. So some days are just not great. Mm-hmm. But talk it out with my friends like you, and move on. So.
Y'all, when she told me about the comment, I text her and our girl Pam. Shout out to Paging Dr. Pam. Make sure y'all check her out too. I text them what I really wanted to go into the comments and say. And I knew that Chantal would not have wanted me to do that. I text her what I would have said in the comments. And then I felt better because I got off my chest, and I came home and told my husband. And then I had to tell 2 of my friends. And then I felt like I had actually said it to the person.
Exactly.
Because if she had been like, oh, girl, that's a good one. Hold, please. Oh, my right.
Yes.
But, people just truly, it's one thing to disagree. Right? Mm-hmm. Talked about this before. I disagree with some of my favorite content creators, of course, right? as long as morally we agree on things. This other
Hmm.
stuff is,
Yeah.
however, I think it gets, not I think, it gets to a point when people are so disrespectful and are so comfortable asking questions that they would never ask you to your face. And if
Oh,
they would
100%.
say it to your face, then there's something wrong with them.
100%.
We can disagree. You can even say, "Oh, you have favorites." Or not you have, because y'all don't be always right about that, but you can say, I feel like based on da da da, you have a favorite. Okay, that is your opinion to think that, but you don't have to be
Mhm.
nasty about it. You don't have
Right.
to, because I'm going to remove you or block you, or
Hmm.
you comment on the YouTube and I see it and it's nasty, you'll never see another comment again, because it doesn't have to be nasty. Disagree, yes. I know I learn a lot from people who are subscribed to the podcast. I'm so grateful for y'all for commenting, for wanting to have dialogue, people in my DMs. I love that. And 98% of the time it's respectful, but you have that 2%, like what you
Hmm.
had to deal with.
Yep. It
So,
can be it can be hard. You
yeah,
have
and
to have
shout
a
out
tough
to your
skin.
daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. Shout out to your
Oh,
daughter for
yes, to my
handling that.
daughter. Yeah. She took care of it for me because I was like, I can't. I was just like, and it wasn't even that it hurt my feelings in a way where I was like feeling like it was true, It
Hmm.
wasn't that. It was just that I thought it was so mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even to spell the word out, and it was fully spelled out, and it just saddened me overall about the state of humanity
Yeah.
more than it did affect me personally in my heart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just was sad. I was just like, dang it, like all the other comments were agreeing or disagreeing with my take. But then to wake up in the morning and see that first thing, it just bummed me out.
Yeah. And
But
we're
you're blocked,
human.
it's reported, and it's done.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And we are human people too. That's why when we talk about these housewives or these reality shows or giving our commentary on pop culture, yes, it's funny. We can be funny, snarky, but I do try to remember that they are human. It doesn't always work, and sometimes I have to check myself, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to make anybody feel that way. You know,
Exactly.
like, we can
Exactly.
call people out without, like, calling somebody the R word is insane. You've never even met me. Like, what?
I know. I know. I was just like, wow, you really don't like me. But that's fine. But you know what? You have to remember that even the negative comments is
Yeah.
engagement. And that tells that algorithm, hey, honey, people are interacting with this.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
all in the end, it all works out.
Yeah. Thank you for boosting me in the
Exactly.
algorithm. This will be your first and
Exactly.
last time, because you won't be commenting anymore. But
Exactly.
thank
Well,
you
yeah,
for
exactly.
boosting. So I appreciate it. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
And in the
Yeah.
words of my good sister, Brooke Ashley, she said, listen, at least you inspire a feeling in a person. It'd be one thing if they
True.
just looked at your content and scrolled on because boring, but hey, I
Right. To take the
inspired some
time to
people.
comment, that takes time. So,
Yeah, even though their comment showed just how slow they are. But anyway,
mhm.
yes.
Yes.
So we're going to get into some pop culture, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us today. We're going to talk just two, like, pop culture things, and we're going to talk a little bit. I want Chantel's thoughts and feelings on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, some of the shenanigans that have been going on online, rugged, and then we'll dip. Did you watch OC?
Haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, we can dip on your overall
Well, I
feelings.
haven't watched the yesterday. I haven't watched yesterday, but
I just watched it at the gym, just finished. So we
okay.
can we can but we can dip into the overall season.
Yeah.
So first up, I'm sure you've heard, because it's hit the I'm subscribed to Us Weekly. I don't know how, on my
Mhm.
email. I guess I must have. I'm saying I don't know how. Maybe I did it, but there's some emails
Oh,
I get that I'm like, I know I didn't subscribe to you.
right.
Matter of fact, I unsubscribed. Why is you still here? But Us Weekly, I left it. So I saw the headline about Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman's son, and they got the info to from TMZ. So I went over to TMZ. And I want
Hmm.
to read it, and I want to know your thoughts when you first saw it. So it says, and I just want to do a trigger warning. It does involve some sexual conversation. And if it's a trigger to somebody, I wanted to give us at least 10 minutes, and then, or five, maybe 7 minutes. and then come
Mhm.
back in. So I'm going to count to 5 that way in case, because I want to be respectful of anybody who's triggered of that as well. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. And Chantel, I should have asked you to make sure that's not a trigger to you as well.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
So Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman, son arrested on sex crime charges. Now, we're going to get into what was first reported because Kim has since responded. So let's go. Oh my God, y'all. Now I want to sneeze all of a sudden. Okay. Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman's teenage son is in police custody for alleged aggravated sodomy and aggravated sexual battery after a girl claimed he assaulted her inside a gym changing area, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, I'm convinced somebody at every courthouse everywhere also works at TMZ.
Mhm. Mhm.
An officer was dispatched to North Fulton Hospital on April 24th, 2026 for a reported sexual assault. Police say the alleged victim, a teenage classmate of Croy and Kim's son, and her father claimed the incident occurred one day earlier inside a nearby gym. Cops say the girl told them she was hanging out at the gym when she saw her friend Croy, and he suggested they go to the co-ed sauna. In order to get to the sauna, they had to walk through a family changing room, which is where the alleged incident happened. In the police report, she claimed Croy Jr. started to get touchy with her and she told him no, but he continued and at one point forced her mouth on his penis. She also alleges he digitally penetrated her private area. Police launched an investigation, and an officer says he began attempting to contact Croy on May 14th. The officer says he spoke with him on May 18th, and Croy said he would discuss the matter with Kim. Croy Jr. was arrested on August 17th and remains in custody. The police reports note the alleged victim was examined at a hospital, and doctors did not find evidence of male DNA in her mouth or private areas. I believe that's because she didn't go, obviously, the first
Mhm.
day.
Mhm.
The update is Kim. Kim Zolciak is vehemently denying allegations that her son, Croy Bierman Jr., sexually assaulted a female classmate. Kim tells TMZ in a statement, the allegations being made against my son are nothing short of reckless and deeply troubling. He categorically denies ever being involved with this woman or engaging in the conduct she has alleged. Let's not make her a woman. It is a girl.
Mhm.
So there is that. So when you first saw that, what were your initial thoughts? Because I was like, wow.
My initial thought was he's 15. That was my first thought was, oh my gosh, the time has flown by since we saw them on her show
Yeah.
when she had a little family show. And then secondly, obviously, I was immediately disturbed and disgusted and but then at the same time, this family has gone through a lot. These kids have seen a lot and been exposed to things that children should not be exposed to.
Hmm.
So, seeing if this is true, seeing one of them act out, I would say, in this kind of way is sad.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for the girl.
Yeah. You make a good point about them seeing. I didn't even think about that. They've
Mhm.
seen a lot, not just heard a lot, they've seen a lot.
Mhm.
And there could be anger
Mhm.
underneath the surface.
Right.
We just don't know. I'm praying that it's not true for the girls, for the young lady's
Me
sake.
too. Me too. Me too. I didn't fully read the article, so I didn't realize. So he's still in jail?
Yeah. So which makes me
Wow.
wonder what made them pick him up August 17th.
All
This
this
was
time
reported
later.
April, yeah.
Hmm.
May they
Hmm.
reached out to Croy and now they've picked him up August 17th, 3 days ago.
Wow.
So it makes me wonder. I wonder if they're what because I saw a comment and I wanted to scream. They when I saw a comment on I forget where I saw the comment, but it was the TMZ article saying that the hospital didn't find any DNA, and somebody was like, "See, she's lying." Da 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 da. And thank God, some people were like, "She could have been afraid to report this or tell anyone," and then she ended up telling someone a couple of days later. So no, you may not find it because she's
Hmm.
showered since then. That doesn't
Hmm.
mean that and she went to the hospital. Like I
Yeah.
would just like to think, and I'm not saying that there are people that don't lie
Hmm.
However, I would like to think that she went to the hospital, like she had to know there was going to be an investigation, you know? So
Right.
I just, again, for her sake, for the traumatization of it all, if that's even a word, but I hope it
Mhm.
didn't happen. But then that does say, well, why would you lie about this? So
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out is what is there to gain from making this accusation against this family? They don't have any money. So,
yeah,
so it's not like it's a money grab situation. Unless someone just hates them so much that they would come up with, I mean,
yeah.
people are wild out there in these streets. So,
Some things it's just
yeah.
like I literally had I do rideshare. I had a lady in my car say she was on the phone. It was like still dark outside. So it was like 5:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
And she was calling somebody to tell them something about somebody else. And she was like, yeah, I can't wait to get this mess started because I love mess. And I was like, lady, it's not even daylight. So,
Wow.
to hear
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
you're right. There's a lot of wild. There's stuff going on now that we may have heard about years ago. Well, I never thought I could hear the wildest thing. And my first thought is never like, that couldn't happen. It's always like, that's wild if it did happen. But
Mhm.
nowadays, stuff is happening where it's just like, oh, like, what else
Mhm.
could happen in this world? Like,
I
what?
know. I know. And with social media, it just gives people more ideas on, on crazier things to do. You know,
Yes,
it's a whole different world now.
it is a different world. Speaking of a different world, are you excited about the continuation of Whitley and Dwayne's, well, their youngest daughter's story?
I didn't hear that. Tell me, I didn't hear about this one.
Oh my gosh, they're bringing a
Yeah, I'm
different world
behind.
up. Yes, a different world is coming back on Netflix, and it's going to be
Shut
based
up.
on Hillman, and it's Dwayne and Whitley's youngest daughter. Oh, I'm going to text you the trailer. It's coming out September.
Oh my God, September's tomorrow, pretty
Yeah.
much. Oh my gosh, I totally missed this.
Yes, it's
Okay,
coming out.
okay,
And
I'm excited.
yes, okay, so Dwayne is back. Well, Jasmine
Okay.
Guy, Kadeem Hardison is back. Kim, Freddie is back. Jaleesa.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
You are on my list. Jennifer Lewis, she's back.
Yes.
Um, Jada Pickett Smith, Lena James, she's gonna become making some appearances. Ron is
Wow.
back.
Oh my
Debbie
gosh.
Allen is in it.
This
Yes.
is, oh my gosh. I
Yes.
love, okay. Okay, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
I wonder if my wife knows about this one. I don't know how I missed this news.
Yeah. And it's on
Oh,
Netflix. I'll send you the trailers out and everything.
okay. Okay. Haven't been on
Yeah.
Netflix in a hot minute. Maybe that's why I haven't seen it.
Me neither. I haven't been. That's so funny. I used to be on Netflix hard, and then all of a sudden I was just done, and it was
Mhm.
Apple TV for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Apple or Peacock for me.
Yes, yeah, Peacock number
Yeah.
one, Apple number two.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got done, well, it was some months ago, but I watched can't even think of the name. It's about a therapist. Harrison Ford is in it. I
Hmm.
can't think of the name, but it was
I
really
love that one on
you know
Apple
what?
TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
I binged it and it was good.
With Jason, what's his name?
Yes, yes.
Um, I
That's
love
not
that. I
Jason
can't.
Sudeikis. He's not Jason
No,
Sudeikis. Okay.
no, it's a different. Oh my gosh, what is that show? Anyway, I haven't watched the most recent season, but yeah, I love that show.
Oh, you got to watch it.
Um,
It's good.
oh my gosh, if I remember the name,
I know,
but
because I want to tell y'all, but y'all just gonna have to go to. It's something to do with therapy.
yeah, let me
I cannot
see.
think of the name.
Harrison
You're gonna find
Ford.
it, okay? Yeah, because y'all, it's a good show. Give it like 3 or 4 episodes before you quit it. That's what I had to do, and
Yeah,
then I was all in. So get it. It's 5 seasons, I think, 4 or 5, and I binged the whole thing.
Shrinking,
Shrinking. It's called
Shrinking.
Shrinking.
Yes,
I didn't even know
yes,
my husband had watched it, and then I was telling him about it. He was like, "Wait, that sounds familiar." I was like, "So you found a show and you didn't tell me, and we didn't watch it?"
you're right. Together.
Crazy. Yes, but he hasn't watched the latest season. But yeah, so y'all check out Shrinking on Apple TV.
It's
Again,
really good.
yeah, let it the first season, give the first couple episodes something, okay? But it is
Mhm.
very much something. It definitely is. Yeah, so Chantel, breaking news for her
I
that
know. Oh
A
my
Different World
gosh.
is coming back. Yeah, I have to remember to text you the trailer. It's really good.
Yeah,
And
bring on
Brandy
all the black TV.
Come that
Bring it back.
come on. We don't have black sitcoms. We barely have black
Mhm.
reality TV. We used
Nope.
to have
Everything.
A Different World, Cosby Show, Moesha, The
Mhm.
Parkers,
Oh
Family
yeah.
Matters.
Oh, I love Family Matt. Yeah. Oh, back in the day, TGI Fridays back in the day.
Come
I
on.
love that.
TGI Fridays and
Oh.
Thursday nights were good too because it was Cosby in a Different World on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We definitely don't have
Oh,
those. We are definitely missing
no.
in the reality TV space as well as the um, non-scripted space. When
Yeah.
I think about even
Great.
Housewives, how many franchises do we have? And we only have two black ones. And one of them did have a white woman on it at first.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like
Yep.
we don't have Family
Oh, it's
Karma.
just, oh, I know. And that was a good show. Oh
That
my
was a good
gosh, I
show.
love that show.
We don't have Texacanas. I love, if any of y'all
Oh,
watch
Nick and I love that
Texacanas,
one too.
you watch that too. I love
Yes. Loved it.
Texacanas. If
Loved
any of y'all
it.
listening or watching watched it, y'all let me know. It was so good. Okay, here's another throwback. I'm gonna see if you watched it. I loved it. I
Okay.
think I don't know if it's on Peacock or not. Did you watch Mother Funders?
No.
Girl, it was
Mother,
about
no.
a community of friends and they were on their kids PTA and one of them was president and had her presidential run and then the other ladies wanted to be
Mhm.
president. Girl, it was about like being like the best PTA mom and it
Oh,
was
really?
so good and moms thinking they weren't good enough. When I tell you I'm so pissed that Bravo took it. It was called Mother Funders. It was so good.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Did you watch Après Ski?
Yes. Yes. I
I
like
liked
that.
that show. I was
I
like, why
like
did
that
they take it
too.
away?
They take everything good away from us on
Yeah,
Bravo.
yes, we can't have anything nice, but yet we
I
get stuck.
know.
We get to Orange
With
County.
Vicky.
Yeah.
With Vicky.
Speaking of, let's jump right in. Me and Chantel are 2 out of 3.7 people. I
Mhm.
think Chris is watching it too. So actually,
No.
oh no, he's not. He's not,
He,
is he?
no, Mani. Mani's watching.
Monty. Okay, hey, shout out
So
to
she's
Monty. Okay,
three.
so she's
Mm-hmm.
three. What are your thoughts on the overall season? Because I was getting on to my YouTube family. I'm like, you ain't watching the video that I put up. And then I had to tell them, I love y'all and I can't even be mad at y'all. People are listening
Mm-hmm.
to it on the podcast, but my YouTube family said, girl, get out of here. We'll comment on it for you to boost it, but we ain't watching it. And I was like, okay, I love y'all. I respect y'all. But what are your
Oh
thoughts on the
my
season
gosh.
overall?
Oh, it's a snooze fest.
So you
It's
think so?
boring. It's boring. I mean, we're gonna have all these episodes about fighting over a Dior bag, and then fighting over Gina and Emily always sharing a room. Like, is this is all we have here? Like, there's nothing else. Vicky being a Debbie Downer. Um, I'm just not finding any of, I mean, I'm watching it because I've watched all of them and I can't help myself.
Right, right.
So, I started with OC. So it's hard, like everyone's boycotting because Vicky's on, they brought her back and people are really mad about that. They're still mad about her, about the Brooks and cancer stuff. So people, have a lot of hard feelings about her. I don't care for her on my TV. Um, it's just boring.
And
They don't want Tamara. Go ahead.
no, you go.
No,
Now I'm just
okay.
saying, no, when you said it's boring, I'm like, yeah, it's just, and I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, they just, fans want Tamara to be activated to then bring something to the show, but then when she is, they get mad. So then when she's more quiet, it's like, well, why aren't you speaking up? So she can't win. And she's kind of like a Giselle in my mind, where she's a producer's pet. She's got the little thing in her ear, theoretically, and she is doing exactly what they want her to do.
Yeah, and it is, I, I think it's ironic. Don't get me wrong. The current administration wants to target immigrants. They want to target non-white people.
Yes.
And they act as if, oh, they have ICE to keep out people that are doing bad things, although the people that they have unalived and arrested have not been convicted of anything. And some
Hmm.
of them have been citizens. And I
Right.
think it's just ironic that she supports this administration as she's getting her Mexican citizenship. I just find it to be ironic.
Girl, what in the actual world with her? She's lived there all these years and has not, in my opinion, made a decent attempt to even learn Spanish enough to communicate,
And so
which is
there's
just
the,
rude and disrespectful
come on.
of that country. How can you want to be a resident when you also support deportation of a hardworking man that's been here for 35 years supporting his family and has done nothing wrong?
Yeah.
The two things don't go, they don't, but that's also Vicky. Like nothing about her really makes any sense.
That's, you know
So
what?
this kind of just falls in line with the rest of the things that don't make, put it all in that little, oh, let's put her in a box and put Vicky in a box with all of her ridiculousness and then how she said she wanted to buy Andalays and they were like, we're doing fine without you, woman. We don't need you. Just the audacity of her to think like, because I'm Vicky Gumbelson and I can bring the people down. No, honey.
And
No, no.
it's in the DNA. You feel like even if you did help, even if you did bring more people or put more eyes on them, they were doing well before you. And the audacity of
Hmm.
you, oh,
Yep.
I can't just be glad that my favorite place is thriving. Now I got to own a piece of it. How
Right.
dare you? I was so glad they told her no. They don't want your money. I was
Right.
so glad. I was going to bring that up. You were right in my
Hmm.
head because I was like, but something that you said about the language, I didn't even think about that. That is so disrespectful. She sat in her confessional this week and says she got her residency.
Hmm.
Maybe I should attempt to learn Spanish now. Or
Hmm.
you've been had a home there. So, and I feel like Vicky is the type that will get frustrated because they don't understand her, even though you're in their country.
100%, girl. 100%. Because everything's about her.
When I tell
Everything is
you,
about her.
that is such a good point because she literally said that when you watch this episode, she literally says maybe she should attempt to learn.
And she's like, oh, I think I probably saw that clip because she's like, I can say hola, I can say como estás, or donde el baño or something. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, but anyone can do that. And also, even now, like on your phone,
Yeah.
you can translate. So I'm sure she has a smartphone, like a new app, iPhone or whatever. So you got that Google AI Translate thing now. So you can, it's just
Yeah.
white
See?
woman syndrome.
Yeah, yes, yes. Like, girl, like, what are you doing? And
Yeah.
what I'm also noticing too is that they are trying to produce drama. Now all of a sudden, Emily and Gina are fighting. You can't
Mhm.
convince me they didn't talk about it beforehand. And now everything somebody says is being reported back to the next person. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, we're just going to have to address it. I'm upset about the rooms. We're just going to, you'll see that this episode. We're just going to have
Mhm.
to address it. So, and it's like, oh, y'all are trying to, these housewives are falling into a trap of good TV is drama.
Mhm.
To me, authentic drama can be good TV, but what they're doing is trying to produce this show and it is just not working.
No, it's not. This cast of okay, Gina and Emily. Lord,
Why are they still
what?
here?
Why? I know they bring nothing. And Emily kills me using her son's medical, diagnosis, as a storyline and things she was saying about her daughter being like, difficult and like annoying or what. Like,
Girl.
like, ugh, your kids are going to see this.
Your kids are going to see it. And I'm going to be honest. I have to be very, I like when we get the aspects because they are moms. They're those.
Hmm.
I don't want to see your teenage daughter and the way
Right.
she is towards you because, baby, let me tell excuse
Oh, that girl needed a beating about 5 years ago. She's
like,
always been nasty to Emily, her daughter.
I'm like, and they think it's funny. Oh, I just duplicated another you. Girl,
No,
you
it's
got the right household. You got
my
the
yeah, right. Because my mom and dad would never let me disrespect. My dad, one time I called my mom, we got into a fight, and I might have called her the B word when I was a teenager. My grandma slapped me across the face. Don't you ever
ever.
talk to about say that, call my daughter out of her name.
I tell my kids I'm gonna love my grandkids Sorry, my godsons are here. I'm like, and they're
Oh,
teenagers. I'm like,
oh,
can you hear them?
no.
Okay. Um, my yeah, they're so cute to be here. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
here till tomorrow. But I tell my kids I'm gonna love my grandkids down. I know I am. And of course I don't
Mhm.
have any, so it's easy for me to say this, but I said I'm gonna love my grandkids down and I'm gonna want to spoil them. But however, y'all are my kids. So if they get out of pocket to y'all, even if you
Mhm.
don't live near me, I'm going to fly to where you are, knock on your door, and tell them, these is my y'all my grandkids, but these is my kids. You're not gonna disrespect my kids.
Mhm. That's
Like,
my, yeah.
because again, y'all are my grandkids. I'm gonna spoil y'all, I'm gonna do whatever. But you're not about to disrespect my kids.
No, you have to respect your parents.
Yeah, like that's just we're not saying, of course there's extreme cases, right? But it's
Mhm.
when people say it's just a teen thing, I get that. And I feel like our generation is probably more open with our kids than our parents were
Mhm.
because their parents weren't and they weren't given the tools. So I
Right.
understand that. And as close as me and all my kids are with me and Corey with them,
Mhm.
there's still respect. There's still a level of respect that needs to be maintained in this household.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to text Corey and be like, can you tell them to close the door? Look, even though I know you can't hear him, I can't see y'all are seeing what's happening now. He gonna be like,
Um,
yep.
yeah, just why I feel bad for those kids.
Me too. I think it is a good idea for those of y'all that watched last season. She is giving her twins their own room, and I think that'll be good for
I agree.
them. Well,
hmm
Annabelle didn't want to move her stuff downstairs.
Right. And that big house, that huge house. I would have been like, bye. Have my own space as a young teenager.
Yes,
You
downstairs.
know,
And I said, okay. And then the Emily and Shane thing, I just wonder if it's real. Like, are y'all manufacturing this for TV? Because I feel like Shane be wanting to laugh half the time.
I don't think he finds anything that serious.
Mm,
And I think she maybe possibly making it more of a thing to make it more dramatic for her storyline.
right. Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I don't want anything to be wrong, bad for her child. I hope he
Yes.
gets all the help that he needs. And um, Andreas's daughter has that same condition that he had.
Oh, okay.
So he can like definitely relate to like the eating and the behavioral stuff, and so um, it's hard. It's hard. And I just don't like exposing kids on TV. Like they didn't ask for this, and it's going to
Hmm.
follow them the rest of their life. And we've seen how Housewives been on for 20 years, how some of these kids come out very damaged, like Lynn Curtin's kids.
Hmm.
Um, just so I worry about that. See, now that we're 20 years into Housewives,
Yeah.
you kind of have that history to look back now, hindsight, and see, oh, this might not be the best way to approach something.
Yeah, that I agree. Just Tamra and her daughter that was on the show have
hmm
a podcast, and they were just talking to Melissa and Melissa's daughter about they had them on as guests about some of the
hmm
comments that they've gotten.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
did see that they had a new podcast coming out. To check it out.
Hmm. And I was just like,
Yeah.
wow, you never, like you said, you don't think about that.
hmm
So,
And the fact that that affects them too, because they have so many followers. Um, are you watching Next Gen? I know I'm switching
okay, I
topics.
started it and I actually really liked it.
hmm
I just need to go back. I thought I
Yeah,
was gonna,
I'm still on season two. I'm
okay.
slow. I keep stopping and starting and then forgetting about it and having to go back.
I started season two, not even season one. So I wanted to go back. I thought I was going to review it. And I said, no, I'm not going to review it. This is just going to have to be a watching show.
Yeah. I don't
How
know.
do you feel about it? With
I
you,
like it.
are
I
you, were you
like
going to bring
it.
up Riley and the backlash that she's getting and the racist comments?
It's not good.
Can I tell you that I saw Riley was on Gia's podcast
hmm
and Riley talked about how, she shouldn't have been acting that way. She knows that, whatever, whatever. And then she said when her phone number got leaked, she's been getting racist comments. Do you know there were people in the comments under that post? Well, that's she's upset because she had to take accountability. Racist comments is holding
Mm-mm.
her accountable. And so there were some people that were like, "You're joking, right? You
Right.
saying racism okay because she needs to take accountability for her actions?" Because we know if it was the other way around, that wouldn't be said. So
No,
people
we
would
would never say
never,
that.
yeah. So it's just like,
Never.
and I
I
get. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just I feel bad for these kids.
Yeah,
On next gen, they're adults. They're able to make their own decisions, to be if they want to be on this platform or not. So, I don't think Riley expected the amount of attention maybe that this was going to get.
yeah.
Even though her mom is Candy Burris,
Hmm.
I, you know, some of them are just not right. Even though she grew up on TV, it's different when you're the star on the show
And
versus
the,
just the mom of the housewife.
and the comments are coming towards you on
Directly.
behavior. Yeah, she was wrong, and she admitted that she was wrong. And there's a part of me that also understood where she was coming from. Sometimes, as the only black person in a group, when she already had things last year,
Hmm.
you're coming in feeling already like
Yeah.
a certain way, and then that comes out, in an unhealthy way. But it's like
Hmm.
she's not given any type of grace at
No,
all.
no, no. I don't know. I saw the cast for the next season has like Nick Dubrow, like Heather Dubrow's son's supposed to be
Yeah.
on it, a bunch of other kids. So, I mean, having watched the Housewives kids grow up on TV, it's kind of fun to watch them on their own and get to know
Hmm.
them as adults and their personalities and just a continuation of Housewives, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely something for sure. Housewives is like, whether it's regular culture, pop culture, Housewives and its tentacles are not just on Bravo. Like they're in every area of life. It seems like
Mhm.
everything that, like, you can always relate it back to a housewife because you
Yes.
said next gen.
Hmm.
I thought of Ava Dash.
Oh, hmm.
Ava Dash used to live with Diana Jenkins because she from Beverly Hills because she was dating Diana Jenkins' son.
Oh my gosh, that was her?
Yeah.
I did not even connect that until just now. Oh
And
my
then
gosh, I
yeah.
remember those scenes.
Yeah. And
Whoa.
then to top that off, I've been meaning to mention it, but it's just, I don't know. As I get older, things like this are kind of hard to talk about. They never used to be before, but Hayden Panettiere,
Hmm.
RIP to her, her passing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see the love that she's getting.
Hmm.
And we know that she talked about, there was a story that she told about, I think it's in her book, about being on a boat partying at 18. And it was her friend's boat, I guess. Her friend brought her.
Hmm.
And so they were on the boat, and then she's dancing, having a good time, and her friend leads her down these steps to a room. And there is a man, a famous man, under the
Mm.
covers,
Oh my
and her
God.
friend leaves her there. And it wasn't until her friend left that she kind of was like, "Oh my God," because you know how sometimes you may think if I was in this situation, I would do this until it
Hmm.
happens. And
Hmm.
she ended up fighting back basically and getting herself out of the
Wow.
room and hiding. That the internet is saying that friend is Diana Jenkins.
Oh, I did see the picture of them dancing on the boat. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So now the internet thinks Diana Jenkins is a madam.
Because that was the rumor before. And
Mhm.
there was a gentleman that wrote a book and said that they would go and party, and then Diana would kidnap the midnight ballerinas and bring them back, otherwise the strippers, and bring them back to the boat for men.
Mm,
It was in his book.
mm. I didn't care for her on the show,
At
so
all. Me, I said, Lord, she didn't come up twice in 1 week.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I don't even know why they got her on that show. I just they were desperate or something.
The way she licked that tongue, because I remember they were talking about her being racist and what have you. And basically it was one of those, well, my son is dating
Hmm.
somebody, but you know what I mean? I can't be because,
Hmm.
son's
Right,
dating Ava
right.
Dash. That's also a rich, I mean, well, in theory, a rich black person's
Hmm.
child. So y'all do look at that a little bit differently sometimes. Yeah.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Kids don't
isn't
have
that
any zeros
crazy?
or anything.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not even realize. I remember thinking, "Oh, that girl's so pretty," da
Yeah.
da da da, and like, what you doing with this kid? And
Hmm.
she's awfully young, and But I did not. I have to go back and watch that.
All roads
I
lead
see
back to
now.
Bravo. You said
It
actually
does.
no.
I don't want to watch Diana on the TV, so never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
But it's just crazy that all roads do lead to Bravo.
Yeah, every
Speaking of the
time.
roads, can we get into the social media roads, the social media streets, the social
Mm,
media subways, highways, and byways? Now, look,
hmm.
before we get into Atlanta and your thoughts, and I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
Actually, before we get into the social media streets, you're an honest person, so I know you're not going to try to think of something different. I'm going to give you the name
Okay.
of the cast members, and you have to say
Oh
the
no.
very first word, even if it's a color, yellow. I don't care. I need to hear
Okay.
your thoughts, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start with K. Michelle,
Funny.
Kelly,
Annoying.
Shamia,
Immature.
Cynthia.
Everything.
Oh, that's a good one. You got me for a minute. I was going to jump to the next. I'm like, yeah. Um, Drew.
All right.
Why that made me laugh?
I couldn't
Phaedra.
think of
I don't know
anything.
why that made me laugh. You know why it made me laugh? Because you looked up like this and you're like, all right. And I think about how people say Drew always has that face, that
Yeah.
shocked face. And that was
Oh.
kind of like you, like,
The back bit, yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
I'm like,
Um, Phaedra.
vivacious.
Ooh. Ooh. In the words of Phaedra, ooh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Okay. Portia.
Portia, 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 Portia. When I think of Portia, I think gorgeous.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I
nope.
hate to lead with like
Nope.
looks.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, but I nope,
No
you're good.
explanation. No explanation.
Yep,
Okay.
you're good.
Okay.
Pinky.
Busy.
Oh, I like these. These are good ones. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is gonna be fun getting into Atlanta. But before we get
Mhm.
into the show, have you seen any of the clips of the live that K Michelle did talking about Shamia?
I've not seen the clips, but I've seen what has been said.
Okay, so you've seen what's been said. What are your thoughts, since you know what she said? What are your thoughts on what seems like such a sudden switch up? Like
Well,
now she's
they
on live talking about Shamia, like, and threatening, don't make me tell it. I got receipts. You're manipulative. You're a liar. Like,
I have a rule about this.
oh, yes. For those of you that don't
One
know,
of my
Chantel has
household rules.
housewives rules.
I'm just looking really quick here because the receipt is never just a receipt. I think
I like that.
switching it. Okay, because I have to be honest, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I have limited understanding, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
like
think she does have the tea. I mean, she does have the dirt. Like in the reunion, they basically were saying, if I come to you and have private conversations and I tell you things confidentially, then I expect you to retain that confidence.
yeah.
So now she's saying, what? If Shamia wants to keep talking,
She's saying that Shamia is a liar about some things. Like she's a
oh,
liar, she's a manipulator, that she was doing things to get back at Portia. I guess that the audience
Well.
may not be able to see that
Hmm.
every time she gets drunk, she cries about the friendship with Portia. She says that Shamia was trying to be messy because she said, I never asked Shamia to hang out with her,
Oh.
with Candy and them. She said, look at me. Do I look like, okay, Michelle, whatever.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
she said, I never did that. She said, Shamia called me and was basically like, girl, and this is the part that was kind of confusing to me with Kay. She said, because it's like she never totally finishes the full thought
Hmm.
process. But she
Right.
said, Shamia called her and was like, girl, Candy knows what I've been saying or something. So I don't know if this was during the season airing. It had to be
Hmm.
for Candy to see that, right? And she says, I just want you and Candy to be good. I know y'all would like each other. Y'all do like each other. Y'all are both beautiful, both talented. And Kay said, basically, Kay was saying, I never had any issue with Candy. It was the other two women that she hangs out
Hmm.
with. So why then would you be pushing for me to hang out with Candy when you know I don't get along with these other two women
Right.
that are her good friends? Like, why are you involved in that? That's outside of the show. So why are you trying to
Yes.
be involved in that?
Yes. And as a Housewives fan, I do not appreciate when they bring in things that we have no idea about. Stop talking about stuff that happened off camera. I mean, even during the reunion, Andy got mad. He was like, lying about what? Like he was getting pissed off, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? You know? But I can totally see it. Shamia has completely lost her mind here, in my opinion, in my professional opinion. Um, she's single white femaling Portia
You
is
think
my new
so?
thing.
Okay.
She like I think Portia was right. She wants to be her. She wants to be exactly like her. She wants to encompass her. Like she's obsessed. And I 100% believe she gets drunk and cries about the friendship. Anytime Portia says her name, Shamia, you see her perk up. She still has hope for this
Yeah.
friendship. And I don't know why, because Portia clearly is like, we're done.
Yeah.
You brought up the moms in that way. That was too much. It was just too much. Um, I'm not into Shania on this show.
I have been trying, but go ahead. You tell me why you think. Is it just because of everything that you just said or
Well, that plus she's just immature. Okay, my one word. I think I said immature. Um, doing the whole mime routine. I keep bringing this up because it drives me crazy. In a confessional, she's just
Oh,
her.
you said the mime like that.
Yeah, the mime thing. I hated that so much. I can't stop talking about it
Look,
because
my
it
kids
drove
were
me.
mimes at church, and me
Oh,
and Bree,
really?
we mimed with them one time. So it's just so funny
Oh,
that.
I mean, not that that's not cute, but
No,
her
I know
doing
what
it
you
in a
mean.
confessional, it was like 20 seconds too long. And I was like, why are we still watching this? Bravo, production, help me, help you. Um, I just don't need her making everything about her. Like she's like, everyone's mad at me on this cast. Everyone has a problem with me. Everyone has a thing because she's not being honest. Just be honest and say, you know what, Portia did tell me if I sign this contract, this friendship is never going to be the same again. And it hasn't been. And so accept that it's in admit it, accept it, and let's move on.
And I've been watching old clips.
Hmm. When she was a friend of.
Uh-huh. And I will say, so going back to last season when Britt Edie brought up, she's showing me your or brought up something that Portia said to Shamia about therapy. I wish
Hmm.
we had explored that more. That's why I wish Britt had come to the reunion because I think we would have found out. Evidently, Shamia was sharing Portia's
Portia's
text
messages.
messages.
Hmm.
When we go back to other seasons, specifically the Halloween season, I'm saying Halloween season, but it was a Halloween party. And it was the season after the whole, you're going to take me to your dungeon, blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
And it was Sheree, Lauren, Portia, and Shamia standing around a table. And Sheree was upset with Portia and says, "You said you can't trust anybody in this group, that including me." And Portia was like, "When did I say that?" And Shamia says, "Well, when you left, you did text me, blah, 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 blah." And she went and either showed Sheree the text or showed her.
Mm,
She did it again. I forget what, it's been more than one occasion
right.
watching these flashbacks where Shamia has shared something that Portia has said. And
Mm-hmm.
even I knew she was upset with Portia for not going to her wedding in Africa, which she has every right to be. But going back, even back then, I remember thinking like, why is she bringing that up in front of
Mm-hmm.
them? But to bring it up in front of Carmen and Candy when you know there's an issue, and someone
Mm-hmm.
said Shamia has always, because what I've said is Shamia likes to play the victim and the villain. She would
Mm-hmm.
go for somebody on behalf of Portia because I'm such a good friend, and the good friend that I am, I do this, but then look at how I'm treated. But it
Mm-hmm.
also shows your character that you're willing to even go there, like the ganging up on Drew last year. So
Yep.
somebody said Shamia is has been constantly trying to show because there is something about Portia, whether people love her or hate her, she does
Mm-hmm.
have that je ne sais quoi where she can
Mm-hmm.
make it laugh, be bubbly. Whether you think she lies, because we know Portia be lying
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
know all of that. But she has this energy about her that does attract people.
Mm-hmm.
Shamia is beautiful, has talent,
Yes.
has
She can sing,
money,
she can dance, all the things.
but she's just different from Portia. She doesn't have Portia walks. Somebody said Portia walks into a room and owns it. Shamia walks into a room and buys it. And I was like,
Mm.
that was really good. And somebody said when they went back and watched the seasons that Shamia was on as a friend, and then looking at her now, Shamia is always trying to show these women, look what type of friend she's been to me. How can y'all still like her? Like basically, how is she still, how do they, she calls them all lapdogs. So it's like, you see the type of person Portia is. How then can you still be her lapdog? How
Mm-hmm.
is she still the center of
Right.
attention? And I said, that
Right.
actually makes sense. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. I can see that too. And I think the reason why they still want to be her friend is because she hasn't done anything to them. I'm sorry, but Shamia doesn't have that closeness with anyone other than Kelly right now. And she definitely, I felt like, tried to get K Michelle on her team. She tried this season to form her own, like, and Portia called her out on it, the reunion.
Yeah.
That sounds like forming an alliance, what you were doing. 100% she was. And she got called out on it. She's not slick. She doesn't, some women just aren't cut out for this
And that's,
housewife.
and I
And
think,
that's fine. It's okay. Like you tried it, you got multiple chances here. Let's move on.
and I will say one thing about Portia, even if she has done stuff to the other women, like we know her issue with Drew last season was bogus. We
Hmm.
know some of this with Angela. What we've seen on camera is her apologize and not
Hmm.
repeat the behavior to them. What we've seen with Shamia is apologize and repeat the behavior to
I
the person.
mean, I want someone to go back and rewatch the season and count how many times Shamia apologized. I
Like,
mean, the fact that everyone kept saying, stop apologizing, clearly you're apologizing too much. Like, and you keep doing the same, like you're saying, that's like a child.
yeah.
They do this, you tell them no, you smack their hand, and then you wait 5 minutes and they do it again.
And it's like standing it at this point, what you're saying.
Hmm.
Here's the thing. Do you believe what she said that K Michelle was standing over her? And what did you make of Kelly not coming to her defense? She didn't chimed in on everything else, like all the ladies do. That's their job. We know that. But Kelly, and even in Kelly, did you see the clip from her interview on the Big Ticket Show where the host asked her about it? Did K Michelle try to fight? And she wouldn't answer. She said she wants them to be able to figure it out because Kay is her girl and Shamia is her bestie. Said that twice. Shamia is her bestie, and she wants them to figure it out. And then if she has to come in and basically verify information, she will. The reunion would have been the time to do that. So do you think that Shamia's telling the truth about it? And what do you think about Kelly not answering at the reunion?
Kelly not answering is interesting because she has a big mouth and talks about everyone and everything, and so it reads she's scared of K Michelle.
Okay. Okay.
you know, because maybe she did get up and did all this and, and was aggressive in her tone and her posture and everything else. Maybe she's just scared. I don't know.
There are some
I
people
don't
that say,
understand why not having her back. Why, if Shamina's your bestie and K Michelle, you just met this girl, then hello, like, you can be the mediator and be the peacemaker because every Housewives franchise needs that on the cast as
mhm.
well. But not to say whether it happened or not, like, what's the big deal?
And there's a way to say that if me and Pam got into an altercation and someone's asking you, Chantel, what happened? I can see you
Hmm.
telling the truth. You telling the truth doesn't mean you're taking a side. It means you're telling the truth.
Right.
I have seen a lot of commentary say they believe that Shamia is lying, and that's why Kelly wouldn't answer. I didn't. I hadn't even thought about that. It was a good. I was like, oh, maybe because she
Maybe
doesn't
she's
want her bestie
scared.
to be a
Yeah.
liar. But what I thought immediately was, oh, this is a numbers game. Despite what Kelly and them say, they're authentic. They're this. Kelly is aligned with Shamia. That much is clear. So if
Hmm.
Kelly's aligned with Shamia, K Michelle is no longer aligned. She seems to be
Hmm.
swaying to the other side a little bit, or at least in the middle.
Right.
So there is strength in numbers. And I felt like Kelly in
Mm.
that moment was like, yeah, I still want my friendship with Shamia, but I'm not trying to totally, because I don't know how Kay will react. So I don't want to totally ice this over here. That's what I felt like.
Right.
Oh, she trying to play it safe.
And when you're at the reunion, well, you should be planning and prepping for the next season. So maybe in that respect too, she's like, I'm not trying to leave this on a bad note with K Michelle because next season, X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
whatever. They should be thinking ahead and planning ahead if they're smart.
Because I was
That's what
like,
I would do.
she could have very easily said, Kay, you know you my girl. Shamia, you know you my girl. Kay, you was doing a bit much, but that's
Yeah,
why I
that's all
want
you
y'all
have to
to
say.
resolve. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
for in my mind, I would like to not think Shamia actually got made that whole thing up. Like I would like to like
I mean, to get up and to physically demonstrate it and it to be a
yeah.
lie, like that's just. But then again,
That's psychotic.
Shania takes things way too far
And
all the time. So I wouldn't put it past her.
we do know that her memory seems to she repeats things, she remembers things differently than the way
Mhm.
they happen sometimes.
Mhm. She's just not a good fit on Housewives. It's just not for her.
I guess my thing is, I just wish she would stand in what she says. And if you're wrong,
Yes.
just say I'm wrong. Because the whole woe is me is what pisses me off. Like
Hmm.
they're ganging up on me. They did this to me. When Kelly said to her, now why the F am I in it? The way we would have had to have a conversation. Like, can we break for commercial?
Hmm.
Because you about to leave me out here looking crazy.
Right. Right. What kind of friend is that?
I
I,
couldn't believe it.
yeah, I don't know, Taria.
Who do you want to see back?
Everybody but Shami and Kelly.
Okay. That was quick. You answered that
I
very
mean,
quick.
I've been saying that since the Cynthia's gala in Dallas, when the whole room debacle,
Yeah.
when they were complaining about the room being dirty, and that ended up being a 3 episode issue
Yeah.
over some hair on the bed that probably came off of Kelly's head when she jumped on the bed.
No, you know.
So, I mean, and I see next week, Andy, they're gonna talk about this at the reunion.
Yeah.
And Kelly and Shamir are gonna try to defend themselves and say, well, we couldn't even shower. We couldn't. You still could have come. You have to do your job.
And you had no problem coming up when the commotion was on. That's my thing. If you want
Exactly.
to stick by it was nasty, okay, I get it. Because I wouldn't want to sleep or shower in a nasty room too.
Hmm.
So make it clear, I'm with y'all on that. Nope, wouldn't want to do that. But you still filmed, and I know you're saying you didn't want to film with the other ladies all glammed. You still ended up coming by that pool.
Exactly.
I mean, by the you still ended up
Yeah,
coming
they
to the
came. Yeah,
dinner.
they came up to the table. Yeah, when they heard the fighting. So it missed me with that.
Yeah,
Like
it's
we couldn't get, oh, we couldn't get ready. We did it. You're gonna be on camera no matter what you look like. It's Housewives.
yeah. And I get it. I would probably feel that way too. But at the same time, like you said, this is your job. I got to do what
Yeah, that's why newbies sometimes just kill me with the newbies. Please don't come onto this show if you've never watched Housewives before. Like, I don't need, okay, well, maybe Carmela on OC,
I'm
because
love.
I don't know if she's watched Housewives before, but she is
I'm loving her.
perfect.
Hmm.
I love her on this. This is what they need. So
Yeah.
give me more of that. Um, but on Atlanta, just everyone can come back except for those two. I'm
Okay. I'm gonna throw a wrench.
okay.
One of them has to come back. Pick the one. If one of them had to come back, pick the one that you would want to come back and tell me why. If you had to argue, if they said,
Hmm.
Chantel, look, this is the cast, but we're considering bringing one of these back. We have to bring one. We're not sure which one.
Hmm.
Tell me which one we should bring back. And what's your argument for bringing them back?
Okay, that's easy. That's easy for me. And even though I hate to say it, but it's Kelly.
Okay.
And my reason being is that I can respect and support a single mom. Her children are adorable.
Hmm.
She needs the paycheck. Uh, I mean, don't we all? She needs the paycheck, and I would like to see her without Shamia.
That that would have been my pick too. Yeah.
So, because sometimes when you get those bosom buddies like Emily and Gina,
Hmm.
Vicky and Shannon, whatever, whatever, you don't get to see the true personality of that housewife when they're buddied up with somebody in that way. And the way that those two are, like wearing the matching aloe outfits and humping each other and all this, it's just too much. Like Atlanta Housewives to me is more elevated, and to me they're bringing it down. But I would bring Kelly back and give her a chance to let us see more about her personality solo.
Me too. Because I think that she could fly without. I think that Shamia would come back and we would see a hard pivot, which we would know it would be for the show. And she knows that you got to have some
Exactly.
friends on the show.
Exactly.
But with Kelly, and the thing is, I wanted Shamia to win. And it's not about her outshining Portia or out this. I just wanted her to be able
Mhm.
to come on. Like I
Be
said, if she's going to be
successful.
messy, yeah, own your mess. Just be in the mess or what have you.
Mhm.
But I think that Kelly would fly. But I'm not saying she's not flying now. And maybe fly is not the right word. I think she'd be able to survive. She wouldn't drown without
Mhm.
having.
Oh, she definitely can stand on her own 2 feet. I
Yeah,
mean, she's
yeah,
got good shade, she's got a good read, she's quick, she's quick-witted.
yeah.
I mean, and to be able to own, restaurants and a business, you have to be smart, you have to have business acumen. So there are things about her that I can completely 100% respect and appreciate. So yeah, I would definitely give her another chance and just let her, because I feel like with Shamia sticking around and Portia being there, you're just always going to have this unspoken big elephant in the room, and it's annoying. And
Yeah.
and I don't like on Housewives when there's that severe of a conflict where you have to film in two separate groups. You can't all
Yeah.
be together.
Yeah.
Like when Salt Lake, it happens in Salt Lake sometimes, and I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Me neither.
So,
What would it take for you to want Shamia to come back? Like, what would you want to see from her? Nothing. I know you said that.
ugh. I mean,
If you had to put her in your housewives rules, y'all have got to again go make sure you follow Chantel at Purple Panda Pants and look at she does a game. It's called Housewives Rules, and she gives the different rules.
yes.
If you had to give rules to Shamia for how to survive this or to keep
Mm.
her job, what would your rules be for Shamia specifically?
Okay,
She going
let
through the
me
rules, y'all.
see.
Look.
I only have, I'm looking. I only have 1 through 12 right here, but
Okay.
I'm up to like I have like 22, 23. Um, a friend of is never just a friend of. Okay, she was always a friend of. And the thing is, once they get a peach and a mic pack, you know, it all comes to the surface.
Okay.
I'm actually working on a rule right now about Housewives rule number 24, the friendship contract.
Oh,
And this kind of falls in line with that, where Housewives is built on friendship,
okay.
but you get
Yes.
rewarded for confrontation, conflict, and calling your friends out. That's how this
Right.
game works. So when your friend joins and signs a contract and things go south, there's so much there for her to weaponize against you.
Yeah.
Because on Housewives, as I say, um, something's one of the other's going to win out, either the friendship or the contract. But I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to be both.
Think about Dallas, how Brandy and Stephanie were friends before Dallas, and it was something
Mhm.
about it was off camera, but it had to do with the show and about either a PR
Yes.
person or something, and they
Yeah.
fell out over that for real.
Yeah. For a long time. Yeah. So, okay. So if I had to, if I had to bring Shamia back, what would I want to see different from her? I would want her to be honest.
Okay.
I'm going to go with being honest and um, be honest about how she feels. I feel
Yeah.
like if she would just really be honest about the Portia thing, then maybe we can really move past it and go somewhere with her. But until I hear her say, not that I need her to say Portia was right, because I don't think she'll ever do that. But Portia may have had a point when she said, this is going to ruin our friendship. Don't do it. This is my thing. You have your own thing. Why was it? I really think that Shamia thought when she signed that contract and got her peach that those two were going to ride off into the sunset as bosom buddies and they were going to take over and run this whole show. And Portia was like, no, I'm the leader of this circus. Okay. I am the leader. I am the face. She's the holder on Ultimate Girls Trip for Atlanta.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. I feel bad for Shamia in the sense that that a friendship breakup could be worse than
Hmm.
a
I've had
romantic.
one. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do empathize with her with that. Like whether, no matter whose fault it is or what have you, if you love somebody and and you're used to that person, it's whatever. But I just want her to stand in her stuff. And she knows Portia well enough to know that Portia was playing a game this season. I'm gonna be in scenes with you, but I ain't gonna really talk to you. We saw
Hmm.
throughout the season Shamia trying to make little jokes or whatever, and
Hmm.
Portia just wasn't.
No, she did not. She did not fall for it one time.
Yeah, and I said, and that may be a game on her part, but it's a game that because she did say it's going to
Hmm.
change. And now
Yeah.
one could have a different discussion about that, but like, how do you tell your friend who wants to shine also that this is your show? That's a totally different
Hmm.
discussion. But it's like I don't want the next season to go into it being about Portia and Shamia, and they're not even having a conversation. Because they're not even talking. So now
Right.
everybody around you is talking about it, and now it's
Hmm.
become season heavy, but y'all aren't even talking. No,
Hmm.
I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Have a rule on that. You're never actually done. Because you say you're done talking about it, but then in the
Right.
next group setting, someone asks you a question or the person walks by, and next thing you know, you're still talking about it.
Yeah.
So I'm done talking about Jimmy and Portia. I think that you're not going to have a cohesive cast if they're both there. Portia wants
Okay.
nothing to do with her, nothing to do with her. It's
Right.
awkward. It's weird. It's going to make the dynamic
Different.
weird,
And
cringy.
it
Yeah.
would be different if Shamia, remember when Portia came back the season after, you were gonna, take me to your sex dungeon.
Oh,
None
hmm,
of them wanted
hmm.
anything to do with her. but she still showed up and did her job. And I think that's what's missing. The piece that's missing in Shamia. She's not able to just, I'm gonna show up and do my job and again stand in whatever. I'm not gonna be upset and make every scene about me and make all, you know what I mean? I think and I'm not saying that there weren't times that Portia did do that, but I'm saying, and people can call it whatever they want to, as far as for a housewife to be able to do that, that might say a little something about you, for you to be able to do what you did the season before and then come back like nothing ain't happened and act like, huh?
Yeah.
However you want to, there is something to that. Girl, are you psychotic? However, Shamia doesn't have that in her to do that. So it's like you said, it's never going to be, they're never going to go toe to toe. Now, I was shocked a little bit though, when they was telling each other to shut the F up. I said,
Oh,
I was like, now wait a minute. What? Because to me, at a certain point, I know they're just words, but there are certain words that prick you, that make you want to, like when Kelly told, was it Angela or somebody? Girl, shut up. There was something about that shut up that pricked me that would have made me want to get up. Like, so it's just something about certain words and the way they say them sometimes. So I give the girls credit for staying in their seats and for, but it's just, I don't know. I don't like where this has gone. And K. Michelle has me confused a bit as to the sudden switch up. She keeps saying, I stand alone, I this, I that, but I don't know. I don't feel like I can 100% trust K. Michelle. I really don't. How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't fully 100% trust her. I don't feel like I know her very well yet. I mean, this is just one season, and she was on guard the whole time, saying everyone had a spirit of exposure and trying to expose her and all of that. And so,
I forgot.
Yeah. And so she never, like,
Episode title.
Yes, spirit of exposure.
Yeah.
I love it. Um, I've never, like, I want her to come back because I want to see, hopefully, her real personality. Because according to what you told me, what C. Diggy just told me this morning or this afternoon, when she was on Love and Marriage, or what was it? Love and Hip Hop?
Yes, y'all, please tell the people why you get ready to bring this up. What did I find out about you last week that I was like, what?
I had no idea who K. Michelle was.
Yes.
Ever. I did not. When she came into it, and Pinky too. I didn't know. I'd never heard of either one of them. Like, I know a lot, but then some things I'm completely clueless about, apparently, because I had no idea who she was until I saw her on the show. So I've gotten to know K. Michelle just based on her performance on Atlanta. And at the reunion, she tells Andy, he's like, "What would you do different?" And she says, "Everything." And so I appreciated that. I like a housewife that can learn from her mistakes, has hindsight, can, want to do better and get better. Because I can't have you be the same person for 20 years on my TV without any kind of growth or any kind of maturity.
Vicky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what environment you put Vicky in, she's gonna Vicky.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good way. And what one of the things she said on her lives, she said, I'm comfortable now. So I was like, I feel like even if they thought, okay, the cast isn't cohesive, we're not going to bring Shamia back. Simply now, because we know that the network likes mess, they would bring her back for that. And that's another thing. I don't want it to feel like it's a Shamia season if she comes in not doing anything. You know what I mean? This season, she took some hits because I felt like she was throwing rocks. Maybe not the whole time, but there were some things that's like, now, Shamia, this one is on you. But I don't want her to come into a season where now it looks like everybody's stacked up again. You know what I mean? Like accountability needs to be taken without, I don't know. Something is not clicking.
Yeah, I think she'd be fine. If Shamia can come back as a friend of, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Now, whose friend? Kelly, I guess.
Kelly. Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah. Girl, it'll be interesting. I'm ready to see part 3 to see what they're going to talk about. I really am ready. I just, it's a lot. I've said on here, they're all right and they're all wrong. Like there's no clear, to me, there's no clear winner. Like when some people were saying, Angela keep jumping in and chiming in. Well, there's Kelly that kept jumping in and chiming in. The people that are saying Kelly keeps jumping in and chiming in. Well, Angela. So, but at the end of the day, if they weren't saying anything, then we'd be like, oh, we didn't even know they was there. They're born. This is their job.
Exactly. Like they
We're
can't
supposed,
win. The
yeah.
housewives can't win. You
And
either
it,
say too much or you don't say enough, or why didn't you say something here? Why didn't you stand up for me? Yeah, you
yeah.
can't win.
And
I couldn't do it.
even as content creators, because I may point out something that I agree with on Portia. Oh my God, they're Portia
Hmm.
defenders. No, I'm pointing out that I agree with her on this. Or if I
Hmm.
point out something that I believe Shamia did wrong, oh my God, do y'all hate Shamia? I don't hate none of these women.
Right. I don't know them like that to be hating somebody.
Yeah, but also I was listening to Kempire. He brought up a good point. He said when people
Hmm.
come into your, in comments saying you're biased. Well, this is my opinion.
Right.
So if you want to call that bias, but my opinion is my opinion based on what I'm
Hmm.
seeing. So I was like, yeah, that's true
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I do try to be fair in these, but if I'm agreeing with this person, and I will ask myself, okay, you're agreeing with this person more. Why is that? Is it because you don't really like the other
Hmm.
person, in quotes, but I do want to be fair because I want the viewers of the YouTube channel and listeners to be able to say, all right, you know what? I may not agree with Taria, but I trust that she's saying it from a place of that's truly
Hmm.
how she feels and not like everything this
Right.
one person does, I just can't stand. Now, there are
Right.
people like that in Potomac that I feel that way about, but I still have to be honest.
Insane.
Yeah, you said insane, right?
And
So,
I'll be talking all about it when Potomac airs this fall because we're not going to hold back.
yeah, y'all. Listen, Chantel be in like Angela be in the rooms. Chantel be in the places, okay? And I can't wait till she can talk about some of the
I know. I
places
know.
when the season
Can't
airs because
wait.
she's been in some places, okay?
Pieces.
Okay, since we've wrapped up the reunion, is there anything, any little bit of tea, any little bit of just a sip that maybe you could drop about Potomac? If you can't
Hmm.
respect, a journalist never
Let
reveals their
me
sources
let
now.
me think. Let me think. Okay, this is like really old tea. This is from Andreas. Shout out to Andreas, my
Shout out
bestie.
to Andreas, family owner of Tally Ho, y'all. So
Yes, Karen's favorite breakfast spot in Potomac. So back in the day, Raven used to work there.
Karen's daughter. So
Yeah,
it
used to
really
work in
is
Tally
like they
Ho.
really do know her breakfast order.
Yes, it is a family establishment.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
I don't really have anything. Nothing's really been happening.
I
And
need you to
we saw
find,
NECA was, hanging out with Toya, the Married to
and
Medicine. This
that's
was
your
in
girl.
Atlanta. It is my NECA's my girl. She is.
So
I could see her on Married to Medicine. She's already married to the doctor. She's got the
yeah.
first qualification down.
But then she would be moving to Atlanta. Or do you
Yeah,
think she would just film there, if you know what I mean? Like maybe not completely move.
maybe just film.
Okay.
Depends on where her husband's practice is, or where he's working out of.
I need you to find out if Karen was going to be on Ultimate Girls Trip and when she said no, that's why they picked Giselle, or if they were going to have both of them. Because I've been wondering that. So I need you to find
Okay.
out.
Okay. I will contact my sources
And
when
I'll
we're
report
done
back,
here.
y'all.
And I will let you know. Yeah, because I mean, Karen did say in that interview that she was asked, but for her sobriety and for her recovery, she passed. She said she just said no, thank you, but she would.
Yeah. So
Um,
that says a lot
Giselle.
because we know Karen likes the spotlight. And it's okay to like it. Like this is no shade, but we
Mm-hmm.
know that. So it says a lot that she passed.
Mm-hmm. And all right, makes me hope that she's taking her recovery seriously.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Potomac, I just have to say that I was going to text you and Pam yesterday. But I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get a chance to because y'all know how rideshare works, one right after the other. But
Yes.
y'all listening, I had a ride request and I forget where I was, but I see the destination is Westminster. I say, oh, okay.
Oh,
Then I look at the address. It's the address to the courthouse. I said,
oh
how
my
crazy is it
gosh.
that I'm dropping a passenger off at the courthouse that we go to? So I
Wow.
thought of y'all yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, how are you feeling about the upcoming
Ugh.
trial that seems so far
It's gonna
away?
be here before we know it.
Yeah.
I am, well, now we're going to be there an extra day. So it got, they added a date. So it's a 5 day, trial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have mixed feelings as we talk about, because I feel like they did it. The evidence that we've seen from prosecution is very convincing. We've not heard from the defense yet, so we don't know what their case is going to be. But I don't want them to go to jail. They have children. It's just, I don't like a Black family being this happening to them. But
Yeah.
if you did it, you did it.
Yeah.
And you have to do the time. Like Karen, I mean, Karen, she had to go for 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the trial. I know you're not, but
I was
I
gonna say me and Chantel different, y'all. I want to go to their status hearing on January 13th and find out they took a
yes,
plea.
yes.
Chantel completely different. She said, Mm-mm, "Baby, I want that trial."
I want to be there like a court reporter, just well, not with pen and paper, because we
Yeah.
can't have electronics in there.
Yeah.
We don't want to get in trouble. I just I love Bravo in real life. I love it on my TV, but when it comes off the TV into my real life and it's like I can touch it, I love it. I love it. So, am I there for the circus, the media circus? Am I going to be part of the media circus reporting on Wendy and Eddie's trial? Yes. Will I be enjoying it? Yes.
Was not
I don't
excited.
know what to say. They kill me, Wendy and Eddie, because the
Say,
public perception, they're not trying to lay low. I would be laying so low, not flashing expensive items, not, I mean, I get it's your anniversary, so you post the anniversary post and that, whatever. I saw they both posted that this week. But jury of your peers, hello.
I told you, my family member that's close to them and their
Mhm.
kids said that Wendy told the wife, "We ain't hiding." I told my kids, "We're not hiding. Chin up, like we not." So they living how they
Oh,
live, honey.
okay.
But
Well,
I agree with what you're saying because it is the jury that you have to convince. And if the jury is coming in, Chantel was there when I was talking to the lawyer. And although the lawyer is very confident about the racial aspect of it, because he said he had two cases that were similar and he was successful, I don't think and maybe he is, but I don't know if he's considering, and I've said this before, the fact that this is a Black couple on TV. And
hmm
you don't know how many white women in that town, white family, wanted to be a part of that show.
hmm
And now they're looking at it like, oh, you thought you was better than me this whole time in their minds. And now you
hmm
was out here scamming. I'm going to go against you just for that. You don't know, like you don't know. So I think it's different than just your average non-white person committing a crime in Carroll County and you were successful with that outcome.
hmm hmm
It is like you don't know who you're getting in the jury pool, which will be interesting if they insist on going to trial, much to your delight, and we are sitting there during the jury because it was 1 day for jury selection, 1 day for the prosecution, 1 day for the defense, 1 day for them to decide. But now they've added a fifth day. And Chantel brought up a good point and said, when I had asked you last week, you said you thought it was because clearly there has to be a lot of evidence. And we went back to at their last status hearing, well, the one before the one that just passed, Eddie waived his right to a fair and to a speedy trial.
Right.
The language was because there was evidence. Can you
hmm
tell the people the energy you get from the prosecutor? Because I've been trying to explain that to me. When the other side speaks, the prosecutor is very much say what you got to say because I know what I got over here. Like very like nonchalant because the energy I get is like got him. So what is your energy from the prosecutor? What do you get?
100% I agree. She's never wavered when she's gotten up and spoke when they were debating the different motions and, whatever was being put forth to the court. She always spoke very confidently and like she knew what was going on. She was able to call back 67 credit cards. I mean, they and they actually needed, I believe it was prosecution that wanted additional time. That's why this has got pushed back to January.
Oh, because they had more.
Because they're still going through evidence and they're still requesting documentation and putting the case together. And so she feels confident. And I would also remember that it's not just the insurance fraud charges, it's also the faking the burglary, if that, I mean, the home invasion,
Oh,
lying to police, like those are also charges. Those are all encompassed in those 16, 18, whatever, I mean, charges it
I
is.
forgot about that.
So there's still those things too, where,
Oh,
the police
girl.
are like, there was no break-in.
My,
It's clear there was no break-in.
you just made my stomach drop. I'm not even joking. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's not just the insurance fraud. It's the whole from the get-go when they made that phone call coming back from Jamaica or wherever they were at, saying our house we had a break-in.
Oh, wow.
And that's I was telling Chris this afternoon
Shout
that
out to
I
C
feel,
Diggy.
yeah, see
Wait, can
Diggy.
I plug? Y'all make sure y'all go check out C Diggy's channel. Chantal was just on there
Yes.
today live. So make sure y'all go support
Yeah.
Chris and Chantal.
Yes, we had a good time. I was telling him, I just feel like, when Wendy for her first season, I was like, yes, a black educated woman with all these degrees, and let's bring in some, higher education and, into this group of women. And then she read the comments and came back the next season, and she had happiness and and the new bud and everything else, and she completely changed her personality. And I don't like it. She's not, I feel like she's not true to herself anymore. And they got caught up in housewives and in the fame of it all
Yeah.
and trying to keep up with the Joneses, remodeling their kitchen or downstairs of their house for 100 grand. But you have all these student loans to pay, apparently. Like, I think they got caught up.
That's I now I will say, okay, I was always a defender of Wendy, even when she came back with happiness in the booty. And I
Mhm,
said that was also a part of her, but she led with, I felt like she felt like she had to lead with the education, but then she read
mhm,
the comments and was like, well, let me loosen up a bit. And it was such a drastic, like we weren't
mhm,
introduced to that side of Wendy, like how you let layers, you know, how you peel
mhm,
layers back. It was just, she was totally different.
mhm,
But I've always loved Dr. Wendy and even the way she moved, but I also understand why people don't. You know what I mean? Like, so I
mhm,
get both
mhm,
sides. Now I will say there have been people that have met her outside of, again, my family member that knows her. They clearly
mhm,
there, but there's been people that have said she's not a very, not saying you got to be warm to everybody, she's not a very friendly person. Rachel Lindsay was on this very podcast and said at BravoCon she was the least warm. We've had other people say it. Now I know she's at court, don't get me wrong, but you can feel, yeah, there's probably not a lot of warmth there. Am I wrong?
No, we went to Ashley Darby, your best friend. We went
Y'all,
to
Chantal
her
wants to fight after this. Go ahead.
we went to her Black on Broadway event on July 1st, and I tell you, that was so much fun. That event was It was beautiful. Everything about it was great. The performers were amazing. All the housewives were there were great. Wendy walk right, like, we're crossing paths, looks me dead in my face. I know she recognized
I
me,
was gonna
Tria.
say
A
she
hundred
makes it a
percent, I know she did. And I know she probably was like, what's this bee doing here? Like, she followed me everywhere I go. Because here I am again. Um, she is not friendly.
and she
Now,
makes it a point to look in our faces, don't she? She be
yes,
just like,
yeah, because we're the only other Black people at the court, too. We all got to stick together. Um, but when I met them at BravoCon last year, we walked into the Four Seasons, turned the corner, and Wendy and Eddie were there with their photographer doing a photo shoot. And I was like, RHOP. And she turned around and was like, yeah, yeah. And then Andreas and I talked to them for a little bit. Nick talked to them. We took a photo. They were lovely then. But I also was like, well, they don't want to, like you said, they're not hiding. So
Yeah. So it's
they're out
just
and
like,
about. They went to Jay-Z concert. I mean, they're living their best life.
yeah.
Might as well live it now because you don't know what's going to happen in January.
Well, that's yes. And she did show that Cam made her jersey. Like she didn't go out and buy.
Hmm.
Cam made her jersey.
Hmm.
That's how I feel too. It's like a back and forth. It's like live because you don't know what's going to happen. Also, at the same time, I was listening to a girl talk about how she had got into some trouble and with the law, whatever, what have you. And while she was waiting for her
Hmm.
trial, it was a long period. She said she would be living her life, having fun, and then boom, out of nowhere, it would be like, "Girl, you might go to jail."
It would hit
So
her.
she's yeah,
Hmm.
and she actually ended up going for a lot less time than what she thought. She's out now. However, she said it'll just hit you out of nowhere, and you're
Hmm.
like, "Did we just blink?" I
I
feel
think
like
we did.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I saw something too. Yeah.
it's probably mine. This is pissing. Well, no, it's showing strong. But yeah, so I can't imagine. Like this is a long time.
Hmm.
Like you would almost want it to hurry up. Like come on, hurry. Like
I know. I know. And I'm so curious what we're going to see during the season of
I was
Potomac
gonna ask you.
because the women are not going to not let her talk about it because this is your story, whether you
I'm
want it to be or not.
I'm wondering about that though. I am wondering if she's talked to executives or if she's y'all want my story, y'all want this happening. You
Hmm.
might need to go easy, like not easy, but like I want to be in a safe environment. Like I wonder if
Hmm.
any of those calls have been made.
I don't know, but I can find out. I know that
We did get a little bit of tea that when they went on that vacation.
hmm when they went to the Rehoboth Beach,
Yeah.
why can't we go somewhere? I mean, okay, I go to Rehoboth because I like it for my family. Like it's perfect for us. It's just close enough, and I love the beach. But
Hmm.
for a housewives trip, what are we doing? They have no money. They have no budget for Potomac. It's so sad.
It is when it's in one of the richest counties in America,
Yeah, you have Beverly Hills
Montgomery.
going to Ghana, for God's sakes. I
Yes.
mean,
And Bose, I think, is officially, she officially got married in Ghana.
mm.
I saw
Oh,
that. Yeah. So
yay.
congratulations to her, Bose and Keely. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, for some reason I was like, why is Sutton there? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, y'all. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Mhm. She was having a
She,
grand old time dancing.
hmm But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we're gonna get. I wonder when Potomac will be out. Probably before the end of the year, do you think? Because it was
It'd
out.
be October.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyone local in the DMV, I'm planning a premiere party for episode 1 at Tally Ho Restaurant. So stay
Oh
tuned for
yeah.
that. Yeah.
That'll be
Um,
fun. I'll make sure we
mhm.
as it gets closer, I'll make sure to be mentioning it and reminding you
Yeah.
guys for
Once
those events.
I can find out from production an air date when they're allowed to
Okay.
say something, then I'll know a date for that. But I'm excited. There's a lot. I mean,
Okay.
might see myself.
Oh, okay. We'll be looking for that cute
Might
face.
see myself on Potomac this season.
Okay.
So
And that we'll be looking for that cute face and that defined jawline you
yeah.
got going on over there. Look
Thank
at
you,
you.
Kay Stewart Beauty, for my
Yeah, I
face.
was just gonna
Shout out
say
to
it
Kay,
looks
to
so it's
Kiarna.
so good. So yes,
Thank you.
yes. You look
I love
really
Kay.
good.
Thank you. I'm on a facial rejuvenation journey.
And Kay laid out the plan for you and everything?
Yeah, yeah. So right now I'm doing microneedling, like a 6 session. So I've already done one. I go back like in 2 weeks, and it's every like 4 to 6 weeks for
Okay.
6 sessions, and that helps to like stimulate your collagen.
Okay.
And it helps your because when you're older, the collagen doesn't produce as quickly and turn over as fast. So the
Mhm.
microneedling forces your skin to do cell production turnover
Oh
and then
yes.
creates additional collagen for plumping up your face and like all that. Because when I lost all that weight, my face is like sunken in a lot.
Okay.
And so it's to help balance that out.
Okay. Well, you're
I'm
looking
learning a
good.
lot. I'm learning a lot from the med spa. Like the nurses are very knowledgeable. I love it there. I mean, it's so far. Next time I go, I have to come see you because I'll be right
Yeah.
by your
I'm
house.
like 15 or 20 minutes. I pass it
Yeah.
literally. I was almost, and this is no exaggeration, almost every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Just if I'm driving, dropping
Yeah.
people off in the city, it's so close to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we'll have to plan like one.
I remember when it was first opening. I was like, oh wow, okay.
And now I think it's like 5, 6 years later, and she's still
Hmm.
going strong. So I'm proud of
Yeah.
her because I mean, starting a business is hard, especially a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good for
And
Kay.
it's funny you say that because when you said brick and mortar, it reminded me of Kelly, and Kelly is friends with Kay.
Oh, really? They
Yeah.
are? They're friends?
Yep,
Oh.
they're friends.
Hmm.
So
I
that's
know
funny.
Kay told me that that Karen called her and what gave her a little bit of a hard time because she went out to lunch to celebrate her engagement with Tia and the other who Tia
Angel.
and Angel, yeah. And Karen saw the post on her Instagram and called her and was like, I want to be the first one to take you out to celebrate, so she got in trouble from Mama Karen a little bit.
So they're still close. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
Yeah, and Kay wants to maybe she wants to come on and talk to me about the whole Greg picture frame situation.
Hmm.
There's more to it than what was seen. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happened that made
Okay.
it the way that it aired. So I mean that's something to maybe we'll talk about that later next time I see
Oh,
her.
okay. All right. Okay. Listen, I told you I'll be tempted to stop by there and be like, girl, let me follow you for a day in the life of, because ever since I was 14 and opened up my first, 13 or 14, my first can of Noxzema, I fell in love with skincare. I
Yeah.
love everything about skin. And with her dealing, when you see people that look like you treating
Mm-hmm.
skin that's like yours, it gives you it gives you a confident feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would
Yep.
love to just talk to her about skincare, why she got into it, just different things or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
clearly she has good products because her scar is fading.
Oh
The
yeah.
product
Yeah,
that she.
she has her own line of beauty products. And they offer hydrofacials there and
I
IG
love
therapy and
hydrofacials.
I know
Oof.
I do too. I do too. I'm actually due for one, so I might need to get that
I
soon.
love them. I used to get once a month pair with the dermaplaning, and I want to start doing that again because it just, yeah, skincare is important.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you
Absolutely.
can't do it there, though, make sure you can have it at home
Yes.
your products don't have to be expensive. So
Nope.
I use both high and what are they called? High and I use both.
Hi. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Me
So
too.
castor oil, I learned this on Threads, and I think I told y'all before, but if you feel like your under eye is like dark
Mm-hmm.
or not hydrated at night, take a thin layer of castor oil. And when I tell you it works, you take a thin layer of castor oil, put it
Really?
under your eyes, and then on top of it, a thin layer of Vaseline. Wake up in the morning, that thing is,
What?
yes, I do that every once in a while. A thin
Oh,
layer of thin, and then a thin
hmm.
layer of Vaseline
And
right on
just
top.
wake up and just
Yep. And if there's any
yeah.
left, you can kind of pat it in, but it looks really good. And also, it wasn't any unfiltered or on this castor oil. I got mine. It was a CVS brand in a blue bottle from CVS, and it also helps with my fibroids. I put it in my belly button because they were kicking my behind this week. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
feel them coming up, and so you put some castor
Yeah.
oil in your belly button, and it helps a lot tremendously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try that because I have, my under eye bags and from losing weight too, just I want to get that surgery one day.
Is it
One
rhinoplasty?
day.
No, that's the nose. I was going to
The
say
lower
rhinoplasty.
bleph where they take out like your under like they basically like
Oh,
take out your
take that
under eye
out.
bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean I've had under eye bags like heavy bags my whole entire life. It's just like genetic. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter how much sleep I get, it's always going to be there.
Be there. Yeah. Yeah.
So the microneedling helps with that too. And I did do some like Botox around my eyes or whatever, a little
Okay.
bit under there to help. But yeah, it's a whole new world out there, and it's very costly
Yeah.
to look beautiful. It's
Well,
very
it's working.
expensive.
It's working for you. And
Thank
then
you.
last thing, because I said I wouldn't hold you. How
Yeah,
are you feeling? Speaking of Potomac,
yeah.
Giselle is on Girls Trip. How are you feeling about Girls Trip thus far?
Oh, girls trip.
And Giselle
Oh,
as well. Giselle as well.
okay. Well, girls trip first. I am absolutely 1000% in love.
Okay. Okay.
And that's hard for me to admit or to say about something, but I love it. I
Okay.
was telling CD, I was like, the first episode, I was like watching it and I turned to my wife. She's like, are you crying? And I was like tearing up a little bit. just some of the flashbacks and like seeing the women that I've been watching for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah.
lifetime. And so the nostalgia for me is hitting all the right buttons, it's hitting all the
Okay.
feels, it's doing what it should be doing. I know a lot of fans hate it. They're like, we've already seen the Family Van clip 8 million times. Okay, but this is the 20th anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they don't put those things in, I'm going to be questioning what are they doing? Why am I
Yeah.
not seeing the clip of X, Y, and Z? I love it. As far as Giselle and her authentic self, um, she's a producer's dream, and she's doing what needs to be done because she understands the assignment. She's been there
Yeah.
for 11 years, and she's being Giselle. Like
Yeah.
she, you put her in a different cast of women, different dynamic. You get Giselle.
Yes, but what irritates me is like you still don't get it right. You're producing on something that you ain't even running it back. That just really bothers me. If you're gonna
Right.
run it back the way it is, and not the
Hmm.
the not truth of it all. Like
Right. Right. I mean, she's always starting some mess, but
Mhm.
she knows how to start mess. She knows how to ask the question that will create a conflict. As much as I think that she's not authentic on Potomac, and I don't like she called her, I don't like she said that about her
Yeah,
castmates,
me
that
neither.
they were inauthentic, but she's authentically herself
Yeah,
in the version of her that she gives us on TV
yeah,
and that we get to see, she's authentic in that version. But there's a whole side of her that none of us are privy to,
yeah.
you know?
I've used this analogy with her before. We've seen housewives when they go to work. But I don't
Hmm.
like feeling like I'm watching her get in her car, drive up to work, walk out, punch her little yellow card in the time clock machine, and go to work. I don't need like some
Hmm.
housewives do it a little bit more seamless. We
Hmm.
always know when she's so YouTube, like we always know it's out of the blue. It's never in a it's never authentic to me.
Hmm.
And that's
Hmm.
what irritates me about
Hmm.
it.
It's manufactured, it's
Yeah.
planned out, it's thought out. Have a natural conversation with somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it's always about having to make a moment and make the moment about someone else so that no one looks into your life and digs into your situation and where's your man and where's this and where's that. Let's keep the focus on the other women.
Hmm.
Um, I I I struggle with Giselle because I've met her a bunch of times and
How
but I don't see Potomac without her on it. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But maybe, I don't think housewives should be allowed to stay for like 10 years. I think they need to be a rotation, like 3 to 4 years, maybe five if you're popular with the fans, and then rotate them out and bring in some fresh blood. Because after 20 years, when you have the same, like I'm saying again, if you're not going to grow, you're not going to change, you're not going to mature, I don't want to see the same you 20 years from now acting the same way and starting or picking fights and the same silly things. I
Vicky
need
is
you
still
to.
falling. Give me a break.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know her and Shannon with that act. I'm like, no. So I need maturity. Maybe because I'm just old now, but I just need, I mean, I want the silliness. I want the fighting,
Yes.
like the pajama party, Ultimate Girl Trip was so much fun.
Yeah.
Lisa Barlow living her best life. And you
Yes.
don't get to see that from her on her show, like she said, because of her cast. And you don't, everyone, she's always on defending herself about everything on her show. So to see her just to let loose and have fun, but then next week or this Sunday, there's going to be some fighting. Ultimate Girls
Uh-huh.
Trip. I'm excited for the conflict to come, but
To see what happens. Yes. Now Lisa do be
yeah,
putting herself in some of them situations.
she does. She does. She definitely does.
But it did allow me to see how sensitive she actually is. Like she actually is
Hmm.
sensitive. Like, oh
Hmm.
wow. Okay. Not that it's a bad
Yeah.
thing, but it's like, oh, okay, wow. You're
Yeah.
like sensitive to that. Yeah. I love Portia being the fun person. Just fun. I
Hmm.
said she has a way of making you feel like them women, each of them women probably feel like they're close to her. And once she's out of their presence, she ain't thinking about them. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a thing to make somebody feel seen. And I'm gonna make you laugh, to invoke a good emotion in
Mm-hmm.
somebody through an interaction. And then, so I think that's her role in this cast, is to just
Mm-hmm.
be fun. Like, now I will say this. I did not think Vicky was trying to insult Teresa when she said you changed the most. I really didn't think she was, as
Oh,
much
I
as I
don't
think
think
it's
so
on.
either.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And I like that Vicky took ownership of possibly being jealous of Teresa. And that's why she was saying the things she said about her. I said,
Mm-hmm.
because what housewife do you know
Right.
that's admitting that?
Right.
So I was like, okay, but I'm over the whole, oh my God, they're sexual. I'm scared. Oh my God, what are they doing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl.
Mm-hmm. I know. I
Even
know.
Kyle, I've never seen this before. Is this a thing? Maybe she was talking about the whiff. I knew what Portia meant. As soon as she said the whiff, it was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
like,
got it too. I got it too.
yeah. I do want, and I do think that Kyle gets it, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
When Giselle said Kyle is a black girl in a white girl body, I'm gonna want us to stop saying that to people. Just let's just enjoy them for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Mm-hmm.
that to stop. I get what she was saying, and I know that she didn't mean
Yeah.
it, but at the same time, it's like as you get older and the where you see the
Mm-hmm.
world more, you're like, no, we're not gonna say that
No,
anymore.
let her be who she is.
Yes, exactly. But she was a professional rider because she was on them tippy toes, like Portia pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
I said
Yes,
she
she
stay
was.
on them.
Yes, she was.
So I
I think.
definitely enjoy. I love Luann down. I
Oh
love Luann.
yeah. And Vicky's like, you're picking on me. You're giving me a hard time. And she's like, no, I'm not. Maybe I know you better than you know yourself. And I was
I
like,
said,
I love it.
now answer me this because I might have missed it. Did Luann? Did she bite off the meat and put it on Vicky's plate, or did she actually have that piece of meat in her mouth and then put? Because I would have probably threw up in my mouth if
No, so I don't have to go back and watch, but what I understood Luann was saying was that it was like cut up chicken pieces on it, like kebabs.
yeah.
And so she took a piece off, ate it, and then didn't want the rest and just put the stick,
Okay.
the skewer on the plate.
Okay.
But I don't think it was chewed up chicken. I think
Because
it
I
was
was
on the
like,
skewer.
yeah, okay. Well, then that's like she
So I
didn't have
don't
a
think
plate.
Luann's that gross. I mean, that's
When,
gross.
when Luann said I didn't have a plate and started laughing, I just started laughing because it was like
Yeah.
I'm loving Luann.
Yeah.
So
I love Portia on here. I feel like Portia is like a gold star housewife. And for the a gold star housewife to me is that you don't have to have conflict to be enjoyable to watch.
okay. Oh, okay.
She can be happy, having fun, enjoying her life, playing with PJ and like you say, she has that air about her. She's also got that blessed and highly favored vibe about going on about her too, like she just is a naturally happy go lucky type person to me.
Yeah.
And she fits in with everyone. She fits in, she knows how to be friends with everyone. Um, I think she's perfect. She's perfect for this. And I see her maybe playing a peacemaker role,
Oh, okay.
but we'll see. But
But
we'll
we'll
see.
see.
I'm picturing her being peacemaker. I'm very curious who's going to play what role.
Yes, like when we get into
Yes, and
okay.
get into this because and I mean more amongst the holders, the main women of this
Yeah.
show of this show. Who's the villain? Who's the peacemaker? Who's like going to be just middle of the road neutral? Who's going to
Yeah.
be, I can't wait to see it all unfold. And I'm sad that we only get like I think it's 9 episodes,
I wonder,
I
are they
think.
going to come back, even though it's for the 20s? Are they going to see how this does? And would this potentially be something every year?
Right.
I think they need to go back to doing, but the problem is they could only do, because Salt Lake City's been here, what now, 7 years? If
Hmm.
remember when they had Roni Legacy and they had the Roni cast, I would like to see a RHOA legacy, a RHOBH
Hmm.
legacy. But I mean, I need LVP. I need, you know what I
Right.
mean? I
Right.
need a
Right.
Nene. I need a Sheree, like if they
Yeah.
do that. But I think that would be so dope to have each one have a legacy. But like you got to
Hmm.
be here 15 years or more to get a
Okay.
legacy.
Okay. I could see that. I'd watch it. I'd watch
Me
it.
too. Because
That's why
I don't
I'm
want Potomac
loving
to have
this.
one just yet.
No, they're still babies.
Did you see Katie Ross had a post the other day and I was
Girl, I
praying for
saw
her.
all that. I saw all of those. She posted her phone number on the Instagram.
Like, Man,
I was praying for her too. It was
yeah.
rough. It was rough. And for her to then post and say, I'm sorry, apologize to my in-laws. I have to do this when I worried for my safety because I don't have no one else to call or no one else to help me. And whew,
Yeah, I was like, I literally said a prayer for her. I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, like
I know.
put some people around her, something. Cause I just
I
was like,
know.
Katie,
I told my wife, and not that I want anything bad to happen to anyone ever, but I just don't want her to be the first casualty
yes,
of
yes,
housewives.
yeah,
I don't,
yeah. It's definitely a lot. I wonder, did this show trigger something in her, or was she dealing with stuff before, and then you getting put off the show and you wanting to be back on the show and begging Andy to come? Like, is this triggering
Mhm.
some things in her?
My wife has known her for a long time, met her back in the day. I should ask her what her personality was like,
Yeah,
back then. But it seems like maybe, I don't know, I'm just speculating that there's like maybe an underlying mental health thing that she's had this whole time.
yeah,
And then, drug use
yeah,
doesn't help,
yeah. That's true.
combining all those things together. That's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. At this point, there was one point when I wanted her to come back to Housewives, but I just want her to get healthy and
Me too.
continue
Me
to
too.
heal, and so she can thrive in her
I
life.
know.
So
I don't even know if she sees her children
that's what I
anymore.
was just going to say, because she has children, and they're older
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
We were introduced to them 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're teenagers now. So
Teenagers.
prayers for
Mhm.
Katie and her family,
Yes. Yes,
and everybody
definitely.
around her. Chantel,
Definitely.
this has been amazing, as I knew it would be. Please let everyone know
Yay.
where they can find you, where you'd like for them to find you. I said where you can find
Yes.
you, where you'd like
Okay.
for
So
them. It's the
on
same thing.
YouTube. On the YouTube, I am Purple Panda Pants Media.
Okay.
Because if you can believe it, someone already had Purple Panda Pants
Really?
on YouTube. Someone already had that name.
That's crazy. But I like the
Blew my
media though,
mind.
because of what you're
So,
building. So I like the media.
so I had media at the end. Yes. And then everywhere else on social, Purple Panda Pants, and also purplepandapants.com because I have a website now.
Yes, I will have all that included, and I will make you a collaborator on YouTube with this, so that way people
Okay.
will be able
Yeah,
to
awesome.
click right
Yes, yes.
on
Okay,
that.
great.
Thank you
Yay. Well,
so
I had
much
so much
for coming.
fun.
Yes,
Thanks for
yes.
having me.
We had a good time. Nice little plug. I'm gonna need K Stewart Beauty to sponsor the podcast now. Like, Kay, I didn't have somebody on talking about the goodness. She was a visual
Right.
representation, or
I'm the model for K Stewart Beauty.
shoot me a half, 95% off coupon for I always want to say hydroplaning. Even when I was getting them,
Hydrofacial.
I would say that. Yes, a hydrofacial.
Yeah.
So I can come back and tell the people about your goodness. No, but in all seriousness, thank you so much for coming. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you like. Follow Chantel. I will have all her handles tagged. If you are listening via podcast and you want to get in on the conversation, come over to YouTube, type in WeGo, WEIGO podcast, and get into the conversation there. I love y'all so much. Y'all know y'all are my family, my YouTube family. I appreciate y'all. Any thoughts and opinions that you don't agree with, you can be respectful and let us know. We will talk to y'all later. See you. Make sure again you check out Chantel on C Diggy's channel as well. Talk to y'all later. See ya.